Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I am here today to talk to us on this brief issue, on this issue of coronavirus epidemic that is going everywhere. My people, they say, na fly way deaf, na go follow coffin enter grave. Na so it still before. Us we be human being. That one a parable. But if they talk am for where foolish person, the foolish person not go understand. But now only for where wise people dey, now them go understand within this parable mean. Innately here, our government gave a law for everyone to, or rather they passed a law for everyone to isolate themselves for the period of 2 weeks. But for now, it's been a month of self-isolation, a month and a week. So it's been boring for everybody. So different things are happening. But sadly to say, our people, they don't listen to instruction until they fall victim of circumstances. When the government said, please stay at home, don't go outside except you have an important thing to do, like appointment at the doctor's, or going for shopping at the grocery store, or something very important but not less important. Our people, they turned it into something else. They think this epidemic is just a joke. It is not a joke. The matter of the fact is this epidemic, it spreads faster than we think. Some people will just think it's by wearing hand glove or by sanitizing their hands. Yes, it's good to sanitize and it's good to wear hand glove. There was I watched a video of a doctor, and she's a gynecologist and she works in the ER, and she explained briefly on how this virus is being transferred without you knowing that it has been transferred. She used an example of ink, okay, and she tapped on the ink. She wore a glove before she tapped, and sooner or later, when she left the house, her phone rang, and she picked her phone. She was illustrating something, and she brought the phone. Let me say, for example, this casing is the phone, okay? When she held the phone, the ink that was on the glove, which is representing the virus, stained the phone, okay? And later, she dropped the phone. Then she entered her car. The ink stained the mouth, like the handle to the or rather the door of the car. It stained it, and she didn't notice. She didn't take note. She didn't even know it's spreading, and she's still on her glove. Then she went to the grocery store. Okay, when she got there, she got stuff that she wanted. She touched some and dropped it. Take her others and get them. And she went. She paid for it and she left. You know, in your heart, you're saying, "Okay, I am still protected. I'm still wearing the gloves," but did the glove really protect you? No, it did not. Because during the process, you touched your face. That is why the mask is also important, okay? It's very, very much important for you to wear it over your face, or rather over your nose and your mouth to cover it. You know, when she got home, she pulled the gloves and threw them away. Now, when she arrived at home, by herself, she felt she has conquered the virus outside her home, not knowing she brought it into the house. When she touched her face, the ink touched her face, okay? The virus was already there. Viruses are not seen physically with the physical eyes, except with a microscope, okay? Now, when she got home, she threw away the gloves and she brought out her phone because it rang, and she picked it and hello after the chat and dropped it. Now her hands are carrying the virus. She didn't know. She felt okay because I was wearing gloves. I don't need to sanitize anymore. So the sanitizer they don't need it. You get it. She left it. She didn't wash her hands. She spread it already. Now she went to the kitchen, she touched some things, to the dining table, to the living room. She touched a lot of things, but she didn't know she was spreading it. Her kids went there, they touched it, and she has transferred it to her family. You get it? So why the government said we should stay at home, they weren't foolish when they said stay at home. Isolate yourself from others. Give at least a distance before maybe somebody might just sneeze and you think it's nothing. But the virus has already been transferred to you if you're very close to the person. But if you're not close to the person, it won't be transferred easily because it's not gonna fall on you, it's gonna fall to the ground, okay? So my beautiful people, I just said this so we will know how this thing is transferred, even with the hand glove. So when you use an hand glove, you think you're safe. You aren't. You have to sanitize yourself with a hand sanitizer every time. Use it for your family, okay? It's not that expensive. We can get it at any grocery store, okay? So please, we should help ourselves with this hand sanitizer. If you can't get it, any soap that kills bacteria easily, you can use it too. It's also advisable, okay? And alcohol, they work for it too. Now secondly, I also watched a video of a woman celebrating they went to the court to do their court wedding, to have their court wedding. But when they got there, they told them you weren't supposed to come out because of this restriction that nobody is supposed to leave the house. But they're like, hey, we're already here, so just do it. Okay, now, fine, we will do it for you. Just ask the people you invited to go back home. They are not invited because the virus can still be spread. But they were feeling reluctant, started in abusing the man that was talking. It's not supposed to be so. We're supposed to respect, or rather obey, the laws of the land. Even the Bible said that too. You cannot thwart their orders. First and foremost, you came to their land, so you have to obey their rules and regulations. But some people, they feel they are above the law, just like my country, Nigeria. Some think they are above the law. They don't want to obey the government. They feel um, at the end, the government, they're saying no nonsense, they're saying rubbish. They do anything they like. Do you think it's right? It's not right. If everybody continues like that, it will be dangerous to our health. As at 3 weeks ago, we learned it was 5 cases in Nigeria. Now landed, it has passed over 225 cases. I learned 2 dead. You know, it's not supposed to be so. If even we have obeyed, we adhered to the instructions of the government, we won't be victims. Okay, you see, when this outbreak busted in China, Wuhan to be precise, before they could control it, it was already out of hand. And when Italy found out, they did not take precaution instantly. They thought it wasn't going to be that deadly. But when it entered, by the time they passed the law, everybody should stay at home, everybody should isolate themselves for a period of 2 weeks, which has passed a month now. It was already too late because many has died of the sickness and some were hospitalized and they had lesser instruments to treat these people. You see? So even when you die maybe of diabetes or you die of old age, you die of something else, they will just tell you it's coronavirus. So we should be very careful. That's why I said we should stay at home except you're going to get groceries from the store. If there's that, you can as well cover your nose, your hands, sanitize yourself before you leave in, and if possible, take your sanitizer along. When you're done shopping, you sanitize your hand, put your stuff, so when you get home, you wash your stuff very well before eating or cooking anything or refrigerating anything. My beautiful people, I never wanted to talk about this issue, but I had to. I had to. Innocent people are dying for what they don't know about. They don't even know they are they are contaminated, and they go back home freely, associate with people, and then they find out that they are infected, and people they associated themselves with, they're already infected too. So what if you don't know your friend was infected and he invited you for a birthday and you went? When you came back home after 2 weeks, started coughing, having pains, your head it's spinning around, you're not okay, you just think you're just tired, normal tiredness. No, it's gonna get to an extent where you can't even walk anymore. You'll be gasping for air. So we should be very careful of what we do, okay? And as for our Edo people, to be precise, please, we should listen to laws. We should obey laws. So our health, it's for our health, it's for our own good, not for their own good. They are with their family, they are inside their houses. Okay, so when you're infected, you go to the hospital, not them. And now, right now, the hospital is already it's a danger zone right now. Okay, it's just like they locked when they locked down Italy, like they called it a red zone, a danger zone. It's already a danger zone because when you go to the hospital, even when you're sound and you go there, when you're coming back, you might be infected. You don't even know what you touched. You can't even see it. It's it's microscopic, so you can't see it with your bare eyes. It's just your with your eyes. Okay, so we should be very careful. And those that still go to work, we should be careful on what we touch in the bus, in the train, except you have your personal car. Even with your car, be very careful because you don't know who went closer to your car before you came there. So my beautiful people, we should be careful. We should obey laws and order. Okay. And for those that don't know me, I am Vicky. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel, Vicky Love World, Vicky World. Okay. See you there. I hope to upload a better and I will elaborate more on this I just talked about. Bless you people. God be with you. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I love you all. Bye bye.